just some friendly game collector advice. If you want to go out to garage sales every single week, be sure you make enough money to be able to take it out every single week. Because I had $50 coming out, I didn't expect to get much, and then just go to that other sale, and I am out $50. One of the biggest problems you have with bikes is that you cannot take all that much. Right now I'm carrying this and this, so that's fun. Let me just, yeah. So currently my bag is full of stuff. One sale netted me all these boxes for Legos. I don't know what's in here, but it was $15 for that, and a Super Nintendo with Mario All-Stars. And then I asked them about anything else, and they said they have a DS with like hundreds of games. And I was like, oh, cool, I'll take a look at that. Best thing in there was White 2, but they asked $25, I paid $20, so I ended up spending in total at that one sale like $35. And then they also had a bag full of broken stuff, and because it has a PlayStation 2 in it, I can just bring it over to GameStop and make $20 off of it really, really quick. So for $35, it's a great deal, and I got so much. I would have paid them all the money that I could have, because the Super Nintendo alone pays for pretty much everything in the game. Because I just got that game like 2 weeks ago. Picked up Forza Horizon, but currently it's really hard to ride just on this bike. So we're going to see what happens. This is the case with all the DS games. I'll go over it in the recap video. So I had to stop early today, and excluding these Xbox games and this Nerf gun, LEGO Dimensions, that's filled with DS games, PS3, lots of movies and DVDs and stuff, Super Nintendo. I had to stop at about 10 o'clock today, because I got stuff I got to do. But for the sales I went to, I should make back $200-300 from everything that I bought, which is really good, like incredibly good. I got that sort of two-faced look going on. Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Agent T Fines. This is June 8th, and I'm really excited to show you guys what I got. I went to around 6 sales today, and I scored on 4 of them, and I got stuff on 5 of them out of the 6 sales I went to today. I ended off early. I actually cut off at around 9:30. I was supposed to do more, but sort of ran out of money. So let's begin. Very first sale I went to was this one sale. I just asked them for games. They said, let me see what I got, and they were really cool about it. They saw my t-shirt. They talked to me about UT Austin. That was pretty cool. They come out with 4 sports games, but I noticed on the top, Forza Horizon. I find this in a little bin, this Emboar figure from Pokemon Black and White, and this Overwatch figure that's actually a Reaper. And so they charged me $3 for all that. So I figured, yeah. And then for 50 cents, I got this power adapter. The thing about the power adapter, though, is that it works on NESs. So perfect, right? Second sale I went to. This second sale was absolutely insane. So I walk up to this house and ask them if they have any games, and the guy goes, he's like a college student. He's about my age, a lot more muscular, and he brings out this. He brings out a Super Nintendo with a third-party controller, and on top, the double pack Super Mario All-Stars and Super Mario World, and he also had out these Lego sets, and I had to go back to get the figures, but they had all their pieces. They had most of their pieces with them, and so I asked them how much for that stuff. They said $15. I immediately took it. I remember them asking about DS games, but I didn't really push it. But then I said, "Yeah, do you have any other games? I don't know if you have any other games." And they're like, "Well, we have a DS with like 100 games." And whenever I hear a bunch of games, I hear exaggerations, but you know, when they said 100 games, they were pretty far off, but they were really good with that. Nothing amazing, but the price for it, holy cow. So, firstly, unfortunately, these games are all empty, and you'll see on the top why that makes me really sad. So, Rocket Slime is not in there. It made me so sad. But Sonic Rush, I have a copy of this game, and I finally have a case for it. So, that's awesome. Then some of the lesser titles that were, some of the other lesser titles that actually had cases. Unfortunately, some of the better titles didn't have their cases. So all of these games, the Tony Hawk and the Asphalt game, are pretty decent. But it was those. Then they were all in this carrying case initially. I put all the other games in here. Just a bunch of sort of shovelware games that I don't really need. The case is really cool. This is a black DSi. It's really nice. They had a case on it, so it worked out really well. I'm going to plug it in, test it out, see if it works. Should have gone and kept asking them for games, but in all honesty, I got a lot of stuff from the sale, as you'll see in a little bit. So some of the better finds I found in that lot. I was initially just going to ask for these games, but they ended up giving me such a good price that I ended up buying everything. So Pac-Man World 2, Mario Hoops, Mario Donkey Kong Man 2, Toy Story 3, The Herbs, SpongeBob, Despicable Me, and Nintendogs. And so all of those games, all these games, like it was around 44 games, cost me $20. They said 25 at first, and I really wanted to do 25, but all I had was 20 in my wallet, and so I sort of ran out of money. I still had some coins for later, but sort of ran out of money. So I actually go back to the sale one more time because I needed to pick up this because I needed to find the minifigures. So I ended up picking up Lego Dimensions, some headphones, and a Xbox 360 controller, all for $4. This sale was absolutely amazing. I got so much stuff, and it would have been the best sale of the day if not for the return call that I got. But we're going to save that for a little bit later. Just a quick look at all these things. It's just a bunch of DVDs. Just Captain America, Batman Under the Red Hood, Mask of the Phantasm. Just a lot of like good quality titles. And I know no one wants to look at them. I'll make a panning shot. But it was about $4 for all of them. At first, it was supposed to be 50 cents per disc. But what happened is they figured out, oh God, no one's going to buy these. We might as well give some to the kid. So they did. And I was pretty happy about that. After that, got picked up by my dad because I was biking down there. And so this box contains a PlayStation 3 with a controller with it. Asked them how much. They said $5. How am I going to say no to a PlayStation 3 for $5, right? So I asked them about it, and they give me they sell me the console. Another dude was asking about it, and I got there just in time because he looked at the box and he said, "Are you buying this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." My PlayStation 3 does not work, so I'm hoping that this thing right here is going to work out. Because of that last sale, I got so many PlayStation 3 games I want to play. Castlevania Lord of Shadows is one of them that I really want to play. So, that was supposed to be the best sale of the day, right? So the callback was from... Oh, shoot, I completely forgot about this. But they had this in a bag. They said the PlayStation 2 doesn't work, which I realize now I probably should have asked them for PlayStation 2 games. But I did not have that much money. And they also had an Xbox Connect. I'm just going to bring these over to GameStop, and just trade them in. Get me some Switch games. So I'm really excited about that. That sounds really bad. Oh, okay. So game-wise, the sale was the sale that was a callback from the Path of Radiance. It was a completely different house, actually. I started talking with them a little bit more. They're really cool people. I like talking with them. They're really nice, and they're really willing to work with me. I don't really try to haggle on their prices because their prices are absolutely amazing. The only time I haggled was with the first 60 games I bought 60 games for 150. So let's see here. These 2 games I found in a container, just Croc 2 and Godzilla the series. This instruction manual was actually the one that kickstarted the initial find, so I was really happy about that. And the game I asked them to hold on for me because I realized I missed it the first time, Formula 1 2014. I looked at it, I put it down, and somehow no collector came around and picked this up. I am so impressed with the stuff I find out in the wild because of the fact that this is like a $25, $30 game that no one even looked at the entire time. Then again, it was Memorial Day that 2 weeks ago. So, a few other things. This is really cool. A Pokemon Play-Doh set. Only comes with the actual pieces, but it's complete. Saw listings online for about $30. I don't think I'm gonna sell it because it's really cool, but I thought it was really awesome to get it. This Yu-Gi-Oh! Millennium board game. If you look right here where Kaiba is, it really looks like he's flossing. Oh my god, I want to post this on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Subreddit so freaking badly. It's so funny to me. But the reason why this sale outshined the DS lot and the Super Nintendo, which this Super Nintendo is good enough for me to clean up and actually use my actual Super Nintendo, which is awesome. But it was because of these 2 things. The Amazing Spider-Man Complete Collection and the Captain America Complete Collection. Now, these aren't video games, but these are a collection of over 500 comics, all on one disc, just to read all of them. And I decided, you know what, I'm gonna buy these. You know, they look really cool. They're pretty cheap. I'm not really taking a risk. What's $1, you know? And so I spent $1 on those 2. By the way, the Pokemon container was $1. The Yu-Gi-Oh thing was $1. These 2 were $3, and this one was also $3. And it ended up being that those 2 are around $70, $80 each. Holy cow! I didn't expect that at all. Like I bought them for $1, thinking like, oh, it's cool that they have them out. But yeah, this was a really good week again. Tell me what you got this week. It's really interesting to hear what you guys have, and it's really cool to engage with people who are also as into this as I am. Well, thank you so much for watching again. I hope to see you next week for another awesome week of pickups.